I'm Justyna Broniszewska, and welcome to my presentation on building dApps. Okay. So please take your computers and code with me, because we have 20 minutes of coding. So yeah. In the meantime, you can make sure that you have MetaMask installed and that you have wallet on it. Okay, great. So let's start from a little bit of theory. What is the app, actually? So the app is a decentralized application, and it's an application that runs on a distributed computing system. And example of such computing system is Ethereum blockchain. Okay, and here are some dApp requirements. So first of all, we should refresh our state each new block. So that's ideally. Then we should care about request efficiency, so we don't spam API with too many requests. And also we should have consistent state, so each data should be taken from the same block. Okay, and right now we can go to coding. So please can code and code with me if you can. Okay, that's the link. Yes, please, if you want to scan this link, please just.
Can you read out the link?
Okay.
Can you read out the link?
Yes, so the link is tiny.cc/usedapp. That's the code. You can go there, and there is like code sandbox, so we can code together. I can assure you it will be pretty easy. So we are going to create ERC20, application to manage ERC20 token. So, okay, here. So what we need to do first is to wrap our application with the app provider. The app provider, we can import it from UseDApp core, like this. And then we need to just wrap our application with it. And actually, that's the whole setup of UseDApp. And now, wait a second, I just need to create a fork. Okay, great. And now we can start working on our application. So let's go to app.js, and let's first start from connecting our application to MetaMask. So that's why I wanted you to have MetaMask on your browsers. Okay, so that's pretty easy. We can do it using useIters function from also UseDApp core. Great. Let's create a button for it. So after we click on the button, we can connect. Okay, great. So we useIters function returns something like activate browser wallet. And that's all you need to have to connect your application to MetaMask. So yeah, so now we have button connect, but it doesn't work. We need to pass this function there. So this is how we can do it. Okay, and now let's test it. Does it work? It should. Activate browser wallet, useIters. Yeah, on click. Let's see. useIters. Yeah, after we click the button, activate. Yeah, so it's JavaScript, so it won't tell me that, okay, you have typo here. Let me just. Yeah, so, okay, let's check account. Account is the actually address of the wallet that is already connected, but for now, that's why we couldn't see it, because I was already connected, but you should see like the MetaMask connection flow. So, okay, so I was already connected. Sorry for that. Okay, so here you can see my address, okay? And you see, it's very easy. So the only thing we need is this activate browser wallet taken from use ethers. Okay, and then we can actually start doing this application to manage ERC20. So here in address.ts, I prepared mock USDC address, and we can go to etherscan, robstan etherscan, like here. Okay, and you can see here that this contract exists, and that's on robstan, and we are going to do it on this USDC token. Great. So now, what we can do is to check our balance if we have any funds on our accounts. Okay. So to do that, we can use, actually, wait a second, we can import use token balance function from use.dApp core, and we just need to call it. And let's see what are the parameters for this function. We need to have token address and then the address we want to check balance of. So let's import mock USDC address, the one that I showed you before. And the second one, let's use my own address. So the address that I connected to this application. Okay, great. So we have it, and now let's display it on the application. So the problem with this variable is that it's a big number, so it's an object. And React doesn't know what objects are, so we need to make string of it. So let's use toString function that is built-in big number object. Okay, and the second problem with it is that it might be undefined, so it might not exist. So we need to use this syntax to make sure that this balance exists on like here. Okay, let me refresh it. This code sandbox is really nice because we don't need to set up any environment, but it sometimes doesn't work. Okay. Oh, you see right now it asks me to connect my MetaMask account. Okay, great. Okay, let's see token balance. Maybe let's add new line to it and see. Okay, my balance is 3. Great. So now we can see our balance, but it's USDC. And as you probably know, like the numbers that are shown from that are stored in a smart contract are not like the actual numbers. They are like the smallest fractions of the token, right? So USDC has 6 decimals. So this one actually my balance isn't 3. It's like 0.0003. Right? So we need to display it differently, not like this. So let's use different function that is called utils. We can import it from ethers, exactly, and then it has format units, such function, and then we just need to pass the number of decimals we want to format to. Great, so that's my balance. It's 0.00003. Okay, great. So now we can move on to the next step. So let's mint some token. Okay, if we go to this contract, you will see the implementation of it, and you can see that it has function mint, and actually it can be called by anyone because it's on robstan. So yeah, let's make use of it and mint some tokens for us. Great, so to do that, we will need, first thing we are going to need is actually the instance of the contract, which is the token. So let's do it like this. New contract. Contract is, we can import from ethers, that's a library, very nice. And yeah, the parameters that contract wants is address or name, and our address of the token is actually mock USDC, right? Okay, and the second parameter is contract interface, and contract interface is basically just the list of functions that or variables that contract has, and that's an array. Okay, so let's just, I copied the signature of the function from etherscan. So Yeah, so we let the contract know that the function is like has such signature. Yeah, exactly. That's a really nice suggestion. Make sure that you are connected to Robsten, because either way you won't see that you have this USDC on your account because it's not deployed on mainnet, so it won't work on mainnet. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that you here you have this Robsten testnet, and if you can't see any other testnet, just click here, show hide test network, so you will see it. Great. Okay, so we know we have token right now. Okay, maybe let me. Okay, we have this token instance right now, so we can move on and actually create this mint button. Let's do it in the new line. Let's create a button. For now, it won't do anything.
Could you add an extra line so the interface of the contract is visible?
Okay, I can do it. Okay, here you have it. Great. So, yeah, so we have mint button right now. So, but if we click on it, nothing happens because we didn't pass any function here on click, right? So let's prepare such function. To do that, we need to import from UseDApp core. We need to import useContract function, and we need to use it in our code. Okay, great. We can do it like this. It will return an object with multiple things inside, and one of these things is send transaction, and the transaction is actually sending the function we want to call. So the parameters of this useContract function are contract and function name. So the contract is actually the contract instance we created before, which is token, and then the second one is the function name. For now, we only have mint function, so let's use it. Great. And now, the send function we can call on this mint click. Okay, great. And the parameters of the, oh, typo, right. Okay. And yeah, so we need to pass here parameters. And the first parameter is, as you can see probably here, is address of the receiver of the mint. So it's us, actually. So we can pass here account. And then let's say, let's mint 1. Okay, so to mint 1, we need to use utils function. But this time, not format units, but parse units. Let's mint 1 token. Okay, great. So remember to connect your wallet to your application, then you can mint. Okay, let's click mint. As you can see here, it asks us to confirm this transaction. Let's confirm. Right, and now we need to wait a little bit for this transaction to be mined. Okay, great. Okay. We need to wait a little bit. Okay, so the nice thing about UseDApp is that like under hood, it just refreshes the state. So each new block, we have multiple calls to blockchain, and then we don't need to care about it. So we just use these functions, and they will, oh, you see, it just refreshes the state. So now we can see 1 token on our account. Great, so I'm not sure if we will do anything more because we have 6 more minutes. So are there any questions regarding the UseDApp? Actually, I think we have bounty on Hackathon for creating an application using UseDApp. So feel free to check out our documentation and also the bounty description. And I hope you are doing well. Okay, great. So thank you for your attention. Please, if you have any questions, you can ask me on Twitter or Telegram, which is the same handle as Twitter, and also you can email me. So thank you.